Hi guys, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well. So I'm back today with this video, and what am I showing you today? Oh yeah, everybody's traveling and I'm feeling really bad. Every now and then I have this fear of missing out, serious FOMO. But at the same time, then I wonder, actually, it's not so bad living here in California. So this summer, we were here. I mean, I think probably that's the first time that's happened. Usually we'll travel, we'll go to, if not too far off, we'll go to some, place close by. But we didn't even do that this time. My daughter was studying for her exams, and yeah, my son was doing some summer jobs, and we just stayed here. So I decided to just enjoy what California has to offer. So come along and let me show you what I've been up to. And I think by the end of it, you will agree that staycation is the way to go. Maybe not vacation so much. So we've been using a lot of the pool this summer. The kids maybe not as much as I like. I wish they did more swimming. It's been really hot. The birds have been using our pool. So in California, we didn't get a lot of rain, so we're in the drought stage, level 2. We're trying to conserve water so the pool is covered, and this helps the water from evaporating. And I have been trying to improve my swimming skills. So, I started slowly. I love swimming, by the way. My first step was to try and breathe underwater. And here I'm trying to do the flip. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, be like a professional, but it looks kind of ungraceful right now. But I'm hoping that I will figure it out by the end of the summer. Just try to do a part 2 of this video, and you can see if I've gotten any better or not. The other good thing in the summer here is that you can go and watch multiple shows. There are concerts happening. So it's very busy that way. And this night we were in San Francisco because we are here to watch this well-known comedian in India who's by the name Veer Das. So he's got Netflix specials. I thought he was funnier than I was expecting him to be. So really enjoyed the show. And it was packed, so busy, and this was the second show of the night, and yet it was full. He's extremely brave. He takes on meaty subjects like politics, whether it's in India or whether it's in the United States, and culture and guns and whatever ills are plaguing our two worlds. I thought he was really good. And I really liked that he let us record him a little bit towards the end of the show. I thought that was nice and generous. Unlike the Hassan Minaj show we went for where they just took away all of our phones. So I appreciated his generosity and humility.
One of those as well. Could we make a deal? If you like the show, you can tell people about the show, but keep the content between us. Is that cool? Yeah? Is that alright? Thank you very much. Love and respect. Get home safe, guys. Cheers. Thank you.
So that was a really good show in the city. And then during the daytime, I went with a friend of mine. She's my museum buddy. So we went to the Legion of Honor in San Francisco and to see the work of this designer named Guo Pei. And what she does is haute couture, fantasy couture style fashion. I did a short on this, so you would have seen some of the creations, and let me show you some of the outfits that I did not put in that. So I thought that this was such a nice blend of traditional and fantasy and modern also in some ways. When we came to this French chateau inspired room, the mannequins had a blue dress on. So someone told me that I could fit in there with my blue dress. Was it? Almost blended in, but not quite. It was quite magical, the juxtaposition of the old and the new. So many traditionally inspired pieces, but one of my favorites was this piece, which is pretty much traditional, but I loved the color and just so bright with all that antique jewelry style. Headgear and these peonies, the way the robe sort of opened up to a whole bunch of beautiful peonies. I just love this. My heart was set on that one. After feasting our eyes on all that creativity, we headed over for lunch. The museum itself has a nice little restaurant, and this being San Francisco, the food was tasty. I ordered a Thai curry, vegetable Thai curry with some chicken and also a latte with oat milk. And since I was going to be home this summer, I did some vegetable container gardening. So I've kept some of my containers here with vegetables growing near the barbecue stand, all in front of it, because there's a lot of good sun that comes here. So that's why I have it placed here. And because I have a lot of trees, so what happens is that there's just way too much shade. And then because of the shade, vegetables don't grow well enough. So I have to find this like a spot where I get more sunlight. So I figured that this would be a good spot. And so I don't have a vegetable bed. So it's all in containers. So there's a lot of land. But the problem is that it's not convenient for farming, if you will. So let me show you what I have. I have eggplant growing here. This is supposed to be a grafted vegetable, Italian black beauty, and Italian eggplants tend to be quite big in size. So I don't think it's anywhere close to where it can be. Love the flowers on the eggplant. It's just such beautiful, pretty purple flowers. Quite gorgeous, just gorgeous. Nice. So anyhow, that's that. And there's another eggplant here growing, and then there's one behind that, and there's more here. I probably should pick this one out so that this can grow better and bigger, because I don't know, from the same spot I doubt you can have two healthy ones. Then of course my lemongrass is thriving over here. There's some tomato, more tomato. This one I feel so bad. At the store itself, the salesperson, he kind of knocked off the branch over here. I noticed it later and I didn't think it'd be a big deal, but I think that was the main branch. So if the main branch goes, you're not going to have a lot of luck with flowering and more tomatoes. Oh good, there's finally a small flower coming out over there. So anyhow, that's really delayed. And then I have 2 cucumbers, and then I thought I would put these strings up here so that they can climb on. It's really amazing how these tomatoes send up these little vines, and they kind of just cling to the string. And this happened in a day, guys. It's so amazing how fast it grows. So I'm hoping that the cucumber will kind of climb on to these to the support and go up high. You can see there is one cucumber there in the making, another one here. Let's hope it works and I get some good strong ones. Then of course I'll use a lot of peppers for Indian cooking. So I have jalapenos growing here. They're kind of small right now, but lots of pretty flowers. Just love the flowers. And another jalapeno here. And then I have 2 more at the back, and this one is from last year, and it somehow didn't die off in the winter. It's still there. So that's a reasonably sized jalapeno, maybe ready to pick, but I'm going to wait to get more. And then I have another tomato plant here, and I'm going to pick these tomatoes. Did you know that As soon as they turn a little bit yellow, they should be picked. This one's actually gone past that stage, because otherwise if it's nice and red, it becomes too tempting for all the rodents and they'll come and try to get it. So I keep it inside. Just a hint of yellow is good enough, and you keep it inside and eventually they turn nice and red. And then my lemon plant, which has never really borne fruit ever, because we tried to grow this from seed, and I think it needs to be grafted. And then a couple of herbs here, rosemary, mint. Of course, you should get mint. It's very, very, very easy to grow. Let me show you my pomegranate tree. It's been shaped like this, but it also has lots of, not a lot, but a few pomegranates growing here. You can see this one. It's a nice one, isn't it? But it'll take at least, I think, 2 more months to become bigger. And then again, there is another flower trying to grow out of on the same size. I'm going to take that off. It came off quite easily, so that maybe nature itself was doing its part by kind of pushing this out. So it was, almost ready to fall off on its own. So I try to do that. If there are 2 flowers, or there's a flower on a pomegranate, here's another one, then I try to take it off so the tree can focus all its energy into just sending the nutrition up to that one. There are a few pomegranates here and there. I hope I get more this year. Unfortunately, these are not super sweet. I don't know why they planted this variety here. This is not exactly very nice, very sweet. But anyway, I mean, it's good for you. So you could throw it in a salad or something. So I try to still enjoy it, and then it'll be good in a juice. Looking out at the garden, and there's a hawk perched on the bench. You can see it. So yeah, this summer we've seen quite a bit of wildlife. Here's a snake. This snake has been coming. I don't know if it's this particular snake, but this kind comes every summer. You'll spot it end of May, beginning June. And I think there is a pattern to it. And I wonder if it's got a nest here somewhere. I'm not sure. If it does, then by August, end of August, I might see baby snakes. So we'll have to see. And I have seen baby snakes before at that time. So we'll see if there is a snake, if there is a nest or not. So a friend of mine just came back from Kenya, and I'm like, this is no less than a jungle safari right here. I get to see quite a bit of animals in action. I've also been watching while doing the dishes. I watched this cat. It comes a few times, and this green ivy growing there, it's notorious for having rodents. There was a snake that got caught by a hawk once. It was lifted up through the ivy. There are also rats in there. So this cat has been coming and to our house, the white one, and it brought this friend along, the black one. And I think the black one is a house cat, but this white one is wild, and she's also managed to catch something. I know what it is, but I might gross some of you out, so I'm not going to say it. And yes, it's busy eating something. I debated whether I should show this or not, but then I was like, if people can watch the National Geographic and those kind of channels and eat and watch lions attacking animals, why not this? So anyhow, she didn't give a bit, not even one piece to that black cat, and she was just like, you watch and learn from me. So yes, folks, a jungle cat safari, no less, during my staycation here in California. Other than these animals, I have 2 of my own at home, and I have to say I've enjoyed having them here, and they're making fun of my channel here, I think. I'm almost vulnerable to it. So guys, that was fun, wasn't it? I mean, I think I had fun. It was nice and comfortable and relaxed over here, and I was actually more present. So I enjoyed that, and I'll show you more about how summer went in my next video. So come back, and if you like the video, do give it a like, and do subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you soon. Bye.